lovelies, it's Miss Lady Lace here, and today I have for you my next wine and crafting video. This is simply a fun light-hearted video where I'm going to be sipping on some sparkling strawberry wine and working on a craft project. Today I have a cute pink face mask which my friend Claire gifted to me last year when I went to visit America so I could wear these on the plane. I had a couple left over and I thought it would be fun to decorate them. While we've not been advised to wear masks here, I personally don't wear them out and about myself. I thought it would be a fun project as I know many people in different areas do require wearing them to go out and about for their general day-to-day life. I have a cute beaded trim which I'm going to put along the top of the mask, and these little pearl strips which I'm going to put along the side and the bottom. You can decorate your mask in so many amazing different ways, and I've seen many beautiful women on Instagram matching their outfits and using the same fabric to make their masks too, which I think is super cute. For me, I have been home for about a month now. The lockdowns here in Australia I think took into effect about 3 weeks ago, but the week before that I was definitely trying to stay home as much as possible as I could see the situation escalating. The first couple weeks were definitely a little bit more tricky, but I'm definitely feeling more positive and more upbeat with everything that's going on and trying to refocus here on my YouTube channel. I guess one of the things that I'm starting to think more about are the beauty things I usually get done. I still have my beautiful nails by Custom Claws. They're now starting to grow out. It's about 4 weeks since I had them done last, but they're still looking amazing. So when we get out of this, I would highly recommend visiting Custom Claws because over 4 weeks and they are still looking fabulous. Though I'm sure they will start to break soon and I'm going to be so sad when that happens. My hair color's been holding up great. It's also been 4 weeks since I visited Cherry Bomb. Every 4 to 5 weeks typically I would get my hair dyed, but I'm not sure when that will happen next. I will have to look at some home solutions for these awful roots that are starting to come through. I guess one of the funny things about being blonde with colored hair is as it starts to grow out, it kind of just looks like my hairline is receding, which I'm not looking forward to. But eventually I'm going to have to look at dyeing it myself. I'll contact Cherry Bomb and see what their recommendations would be. But if this does go on 3-6 months as they're sort of predicting, I'm definitely going to need to refresh my color before then. This week I'm really excited because I've got back to the home studio. Out in our shed area I have a little studio set up with mirrors and all that, so I've been dancing a lot more, which has really made me feel so much better. Before that I just really wasn't feeling motivated. It's hard because all my work, I'm not sure when things will be going back, so I was like, oh, I just can't work on that right now because I don't know when things will get better. But I'm really enjoying getting more physical and being active. So if you have the motivation to do that, definitely get back into your exercise or your dance. I'm also going to be offering some online dance classes through my Patreon. This will be starting in May and I've just set up a tier specifically for this, which I'm really excited about. I'm also hoping to organize some catch-ups online, of course, with some of my students who do usually come along, just to have a bit of a chat with them and see how everyone's going. A lot of the projects I have been working on, like these fun little crafty things, aren't directly related to work, but it's been fabulous taking my mind off this. Currently we're experiencing a pandemic like our generation has never seen, and I think there's a lot of pressure to be really productive, really fit, gain all these new skills, but it's a lot of trauma involved with all these things, and I think do what you need to get through it. You don't have to learn a new language, you don't have to start a new skill. I think we're all just trying to get through this day by day. Without further ado, we're going to get started into our project. For the little pearl beads, I'm just going to stick these on with hot glue. I will sew the trim across the top though, just so if I want to take this off and use this for another piece of costuming, it's possible. These beads are super cheap, so I don't mind losing them. They'd just be from a $2 store. They're nothing extravagant. I do recommend if you're working on a project that you want to be a little bit more long lasting and durable, If you buy the really cheap crystals, don't use the sticky bit on the back. Pick them off and stick them on with a specific crystal glue, and this will be a much more effective way of adhering them to the piece of fabric or costume or whatever you're making. I have my trusty glue gun here. I'm going to pop glue across the bottom. On a face mask, you can tell the top because it's got a bit of metal that you use to mold around the nose. So we're going to go along the bottom here. I'll now glue crystals up the side on both sides. So I've just applied all the fabulous little pearls around the edges. Using the strips made it a lot quicker and easier, though you could definitely stick them on individually if this was more of a reusable mask that you could wash, but this is just a one-off wear mask. Sip a little bit more wine to keep us going. Sparkling strawberry wine is definitely one of my favorite wines. It's super cheap and delicious. A lot of people find that a little bit funny. It's not a high-class champagne or anything, but I think it's super sweet and tasty and definitely one of my go-to drinks. Next, I'm going to take my crystal trim and I'm going to sew this down along the top here. I might just go grab some pins so I can put that into place, and then I'll hand stitch that with just a needle and thread. Some of you may not know, I actually studied costuming for a year. I originally thought I wouldn't be able to make it as a full-time performer, so I thought if I could be a costumier, I could do what I love and also sew costumes. I found out it wasn't for me because to study that, it was a 6-day-a-week commitment. I wasn't performing for the entirety of that year, so it really took away a lot of my passions and led me back to dance. In that time though, I learned a cool trick to thread a needle. We're going to take our thread and fold it in half. I'm going to take the needle and pull up the middle of the thread against this, and I'm going to catch this between my fingers and take out the needle. I'm then going to grab the tip, which I can thread, and I'm just going to use the pinched bit of thread between my fingers to push that through and continue to pull that all the way through until I'm ready to sew. I'm then just going to tack down this top section, not doing a particularly pretty stitch, but just tacking it into place. And that's our face mask complete. Today's project again has been very cost effective. I've simply just used things that I already had around the house, including the face mask and decorations. The most expensive item was my $5 wine, which is exceptionally delicious and making this quarantine thing just a little bit easier. Hopefully there's no lipstick left on here, but I'm super happy with the results. If I do require wearing a mascara, this is definitely going to be my go-to item. It's beautiful baby pink, pearl detailing, and of course that little crystal trim. Today I've had so much fun creating this project with all of you. I would love to see links to any of the masks you've made yourself, or if you tried decorating your own mask at home. Thank you so much for all your support here on YouTube and on my Patreon page. It truly does mean the world to me. On my Patreon page I have a whole heap of levels, including my new dance class level and just all my standard exclusive videos and early access content. If you'd like to stay up to date with my daily pinup adventures, I post super regularly to Instagram, so I'll pop a little link here as well as at the end of the video. And to never miss out on one of these glamorous vintage videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button below, and I'll be seeing you all real soon.